Today's tropical weather update is brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.
Well, hello there. Thanks for joining us on this Monday morning. It's the 20th day in the month of October 2025. This is now your usual tropical weather update. I'm meteorologist Leonard Josiah with the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services. We are treating AL98 as what we call a developing weather story now. It has been given what we call the code red. Take a look at where this is the National Hurricane Center's 7-day tropical weather outlook, and this is their homepage as of this morning. We're looking at the wide expanse of the North Atlantic, even right out to the coast of Africa. Nothing right there to impact us in Antigua and Barbuda. We are in the Leeward Islands. You're looking at the islands further towards the south, so the main development area is rather clear. Now we're turning our attention to the Caribbean Sea. Now the Caribbean Sea is now marked with all this red hatched area. It's marked with an X. There's an area of disturbed weather now in the Caribbean Sea. It has been tagged AL98, and anybody from Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, Jamaica, Eastern Cuba, even in the Central American area, they would certainly want to be monitoring this area of development, because it is going to be rather a messy time in the next couple of days. The forecast is for it to come from here, slow itself down, meet the warm sea surface temperatures and light wind shear, and develop into some tropical cyclone. It could be a depression, tropical storm. Some of the models are even saying that it could be a good hurricane. So if you're in the western parts of the region, now take a look at your Caribbean satellite. It's the visible satellite. We're going to be examining the structure. It looks rather better from yesterday to today. You're looking at where it was here yesterday. It has now moved west of the Caribbean islands. By the way, we are in the Leeward Islands, Antigua and Barbuda right here. The BVI is right there. Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, and you're looking at the islands further towards the south, which include the Windward Islands, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. Yesterday, it was in this general location, moving off towards the west. So the islands of the Windward Islands, Barbados also, they are still having some lingering moisture with respect to the AL98 as it moves on towards the west. So some cloudy spells yet still over those islands. For us in the Leeward Islands, some drier atmospheric conditions. I will develop our weather story in just a minute, but let's take a look at what is AL98 doing. It's now taking on a circular structure. There is a little bit of spin. However, the National Hurricane Center and all the information that we have so far, it does not have a closed circulation. Remember that we want to have a closed circulation to define tropical cyclone. And when we say tropical, or when we say circular in nature or a closed circulation, it means that the winds are not only blowing this way, they're blowing this way and also blowing this way. And it's the westerly component that is south of the low pressure area that is actually missing right now. So it does not have that component of wind. The wind is just light in this general location, so they cannot classify it as a tropical cyclone. But let me say something here, but definitely all indications are pointing that the northern area of this area of the AL98 tropical disturbance already has winds in the region of depression or minimal storm, meaning 30 to sometimes 40 miles an hour. So if it does close off a circulation right in this general location, it's a possibility you could hear Tropical Storm Melissa one time. But for right now, we continue to monitor it, because it's going to become an issue for the Western Caribbean. Now, there is a possibility that you can have some spin-offs taking place for us here in the Eastern Caribbean, which I will show you in just a minute. Now, it's moving rather swiftly towards the west, and that's one of the reasons why it's really not been able to develop. But as it slows itself down here in the next couple of days, then is when it's possible that we could see a tropical cyclone being formed just to the east of Jamaica, south of Hispaniola. Take a look at AL98 7-day outlook. It now has an 80% chance. It's code red, y'all. It's just about 80% chance that you could see a tropical cyclone in the next 7 days. And for the next 2 days, it's a 50% chance. So those individuals in the Western Caribbean, which include Hispaniola, Jamaica, the South American continent, or even in this general location right here, you would really want to pay closer attention to it because it's forecast to move on towards the west and stall in the location. Well, what will it do? Continues to be the great uncertainty. Most of our models continue to suggest that it possibly can do a number of things. So take a look at what we call the Eastern, the ECMWF, or the European Model Ensemble plot. Now, when I say ensemble, it's just something like what we call groupthink. Tell us what you think. You have a group of people. Tell us what you think. So everybody has a say in it. So you're looking at the European model's groupthink is what we call the ensemble model. And already all the members are saying this is where it's at as of last night. It's forecast to move on towards the west. Take a look at where Jamaica is. Take a look at where Hispaniola is. Cuba. I'm looking at Puerto Rico. So the impacts, according to the European model, says it can be someplace in Central America, or it could stall here and veer off towards the north. This spread right here, from here all the way down here, is just too much of uncertainty for right now. So we're not going to say too much as to where it's likely to go, other than if you're in this general location right here, including the Western Caribbean, even in Central America, you really want to pay close attention to it because the models are not necessarily too clear as to what it's likely to do right now. Take a look at the American model's groupthink. Again, it's the ensemble plot. It's right here. Well, yes, just a while ago, we showed you the European model's groupthink. Most of it was clustered here, but the American model is saying that it will slow down just to the east, southeast, or southeast of Jamaica and take a spin right out into the open Atlantic and move over Haiti, spending a number of days over Haiti, drenching that island with a lot of rainfall. This is certainly not the best of news at all for the for Haiti. So again, as I've been saying, islands further towards the west and north, you'd really want to pay closer attention to it. Now, closer to home, there's even one model saying that it can become a strong hurricane. Take a look at where it's at. Take a look at that color scheme behind me. Take a look at the scheme right here. It's suggesting that you can have even a Cat 1, Cat 2 moving very close to to Puerto Rico. And if this does take place, then the Leeward Islands can come into some spiral banding because it is dragging a little bit too closer to us. So this is not the best of model outputs that you would want to see if for Haiti, for Hispaniola, even for Jamaica, Eastern Cuba, even for Bahamas, even for Puerto Rico. This is not the best of news. Again, so any islands from Puerto Rico westwards to Cuba, Jamaica, and also in the Caribbean Sea, you certainly want to monitor it there. Now take a look at this. The Google DeepMind model is even saying the very same thing, moving towards the west and then slowing itself down just to the east of Jamaica before taking a swing over Hispaniola out into the open Atlantic. Again, this is not the best of news. So two models so far saying the very same thing. Now we're even going to interrogate what we call our artificial model, and take a look at what he's basically saying. The very same thing, stalling just to the southeast of Jamaica, but this one is taking a turn towards Central America. So what will it do? So the uncertainties are just too great for right now, and we will be closely monitoring this particular situation because, again, any islands from Central America, we're looking at Jamaica, we're looking at Eastern Cuba, Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, all of these islands here would certainly be one to be on the watch. Our best news is for it just not to develop at all, and that's the best outcome. But for right now, we're going to be closely monitoring it. And if you are on the outside, we are going to be saying to you, we want to thank you all for sending those pics to us. We have been receiving those pictures and your videos. Already you have been engaging with us. Those pictures and videos, they are on our Facebook page. And again, if you're seeing something that of interest to us, send it to abmsiwatch@gmail.com. abmsiwatch@gmail.com. And let me rest your hearts at ease for right now. Nothing in the main development area to impact us here in the Leeward Islands and the British Virgin Islands. But I will still want you to pay very close attention to where possibly Tropical Cyclone Melissa will go, can go, and would want to go. Again, the atmosphere is changing, it's dynamic, and we are saying that we are not out of the woods yet. We can still be impacted some way depending on the motion of AL98. We are your friends, the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services. We are on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Take a look at your hotline number and your website information. Continue to monitor with us, and please stay ready. The weather will always change, but you can continue to weather your weather in spite of the weather, whether you like it or not. I'm Leonard Josiah, wishing you a safe and productive Monday.
Today's tropical weather update has been brought to you by State Insurance Company Limited. Live in a better state of mind.